Stop scrolling and watch this before you spend a single dollar on a food dehydrator, because the wrong pick will have you fighting uneven drying, babysitting trays at midnight, and wondering why your jerky tastes like shoe leather. The right one, though, it pays for itself in weeks. Think about what you drop on a bag of premium beef jerky, or those organic dog treats. Now imagine making the same stuff at home for a fraction of the cost with total control over every ingredient. Today, we're ranking the 7 best food dehydrators for every budget and every need, and all the product links are in the description. Let's get into it. The Kosori CP267FD is where serious home dehydration begins. A 600-watt rear-mounted fan drives air horizontally across every tray simultaneously, so temperature stays consistent top to bottom without you ever rotating anything. The digital touch panel dials in anywhere from 95 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit with a timer up to 48 hours. The whole chassis is stainless steel inside and out, completely eliminating any BPA concerns at high heat. What caught me off guard is how quiet this thing runs. You can have it going overnight in an open-plan apartment without losing a minute of sleep. Depending on the 5, 6, or 10 tray version, you're looking at up to 6.5 square feet of drying space. Here's a trick the manufacturer doesn't advertise. Those accurate low-temperature settings double as a fermentation chamber for proofing sourdough or incubating homemade yogurt. The wire mesh trays do grab onto sticky marinades more than you'd like, so picking up silicone liners early on saves a lot of scrubbing. Now, if that kind of investment feels like a big leap before you even know whether you'll use the thing regularly, the Elite Gourmet EFD 319 flips the equation. This stackable vertical unit runs a 350-watt base fan through 5 fully transparent BPA-free trays, and the price makes it essentially risk-free. The transparency is the underrated star. You can check progress from across the kitchen without cracking the lid and dumping all that heat. Rotating the interlocking tabs on each tray instantly expands vertical clearance, so bulky items like whole cherry tomatoes or thick meat chunks fit without sacrificing a tier. You're working with less power and a vertical airflow that needs manual tray rotation, and the temperature ceiling sits at 158 degrees, just under USDA guidelines for raw meat. So jerky makers will want to preheat protein in the oven or use curing salts. Picture this though, your dog demolishes those fancy chicken treats that cost a fortune every month. You grab a value pack of thinly sliced chicken breast, load the Elite Gourmet before bed, and wake up to a full week of single-ingredient treats for almost nothing. That scenario alone makes it pay for itself faster than anything else on this list. But what if you want premium performance and the kind of convenience where you genuinely forget the machine is running? The Magic Mill Pro 7 tray is phenomenal. Same 600-watt horizontal airflow as the Kosori, but with features that remove almost every friction point. The Keep Warm function is the headliner. Once your cycle ends, it drops to 95 degrees and holds for up to 24 hours, so dried food doesn't reabsorb kitchen humidity while you're at work. 9 preset programs handle common jobs like herbs, fruit chips, and jerky with a single button press. The trays are stamped from solid stainless steel rather than woven mesh, so sticky fruit leather releases effortlessly during cleanup. Imagine coming home from the farmer's market on a Sunday with ripe peaches, fresh basil, and a slab of flank steak. Load each onto its own tray, tap the matching preset, and by Monday evening, you've got dried peach chips, preserved herbs, and a stash of homemade jerky without touching the machine once. Where the Kosori gives you finer single-degree temperature control for advanced recipes, the Magic Mill Pro wins on pure everyday workflow, and for most people, that matters more. The Kosori Pioneer CFDN051W drags the compact stackable idea into the modern era with a fully digital control panel. Precise settings from 95 to 165 degrees, a 48-hour timer, and a quiet 350-watt motor that outperforms older vertical machines thanks to better internal aerodynamics. A strong aftermarket ecosystem offers custom-fit silicone liners that make fruit leathers completely spill-proof despite the central ventilation hole. Designed for people who want digital precision in the smallest footprint, perfect if counter space is tight and you only process small batches. The central tray hole does reduce usable area, so if you crave bigger yields later, you'll know it's time to step up to a horizontal model. And wait till you see this next one, because we just jumped into a completely different weight class. The Septree 8-tray dehydrator is an absolute beast. 800 watts pushing horizontal airflow across 8 food-grade 304 stainless steel trays, maxing out at 194 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest on this entire list. That thermal power is a game changer for meat processing. Thick cuts hit safe temperatures incredibly fast without relying on heavy curing chemicals. Dual-row exhaust vents aggressively flush moisture, so the cycle never stalls. And despite all that muscle, the noise sits at 45 to 50 decibels, genuinely whisper quiet. When the timer expires, the heater cuts off, but the fan keeps running to purge trapped heat, protecting electronics and preventing overcooking. Now picture this: you scored 10 pounds of beef on a bulk deal. Season it up, load every tray, and hours later you've got restaurant-grade jerky across nearly 14 square feet of drying space at temperatures that would take a smaller machine twice as long. Tray spacing is a bit snug, roughly a 2-finger gap, so slice everything thin, but that's a minor adjustment for this level of output. If the Septree is the muscle car, the Oijia DBC 12B is the freight train. 12 stainless steel trays, 1200 watts, and a staggering 22+ square feet of drying area. This processes an entire garden harvest or multiple bulk meat purchases in one marathon session. The heater recovers temperature almost instantly when you open that heavy door, critical when managing that volume. Compared to the Septree, you nearly double capacity and gain serious wattage, ideal when quantity is your primary metric. Airflow management is the one skill you'll need. Pack trays too tight or run it in a cramped space, and the thermal safety fuse can trip, requiring some hands-on electrical knowledge to reset. Treat it like the industrial tool it secretly is. Give it space to breathe, and it permanently replaces a fleet of smaller machines. Closing out is the Magic Mill Compact Stackable, tackling the biggest complaint in the budget dehydrator market: plastic trays. 5 stackable stainless steel tiers, a digital interface reaching 167 degrees with a 48-hour timer, and a footprint small enough for the tightest kitchen. Every advantage of the stackable form factor minus the anxiety of heating plastic near food. Tray rotation is still part of the routine with any vertical design, and the capacity stays compact, but the system is modular, so you can add steel trays later and expand upward without claiming extra counter space. For anyone who wants to rescue aging fruit, dry herbs, or make weekend dog treats without compromising on materials, it hits the sweet spot. Here's the honest breakdown. If hands-off convenience matters most, the Magic Mill Pro 7 tray is the one to beat with those presets and keep warm mode. For dedicated jerky makers, the Septree 8 tray delivers unmatched thermal power at 194 degrees. Running serious volume for harvests or a pet treat side hustle, the Oijia 12 tray has capacity nothing else can touch. Budget beginners should grab the Elite Gourmet for the lowest risk entry, or step up to the Kosori Pioneer for digital precision in a compact frame. Premium build quality and total material safety from the start, the Cosori CP267 gives you full stainless steel horizontal airflow built to last. And for the space-conscious buyer who refuses plastic, the Magic Mill Compact Stackable threads that needle perfectly. Links are all in the description. Go grab the one that fits your life. Hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.